Um, so I wanted to recap real quick. So I am completing my placement at Groton Public Schools. So this week I kind of want to talk about, I'm going to put it under practice skills, and I'm not 100% sure that that's, the title that I should be using for this, but, hopefully it'll come together as my video moves on here. So my placement has changed slightly, I guess. So I'm still with the same supervisor in the same place, but so I'm doing it in the whole district technically because my field instructor is the one of the supervisors of special education. So once the school year ended, they had talked about how there's 2 supervisors for special education in this district, and they wanted to sort of split them because right now there are, goodness, I think there's 6 elementary schools and then 1 middle, 1 high, but it's pretty big. And then there's also, I think it's 4, if I'm correct, magnet schools in the area that kids from this district can go to. So one of the supervisors has to be responsible for those kids who are technically placed in an out-of-district school at one of the magnet schools. So they still have to attend all the PPTs and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so my supervisor, or field instructor, they split it where before they were kind of split up just sort of as needed, if that makes sense. And now it's split where my instructor is, she's responsible for all the magnet and elementary schools, along with, there's a preschool program, that's kind of cool too. I'll talk about that a little bit about. But, and then the other supervisor is responsible for the middle and high school. So my first section of my placement here has been with the transitional program that I've talked about, which is obviously at the high school. But so my instructor had talked to me about, are you comfortable sort of making a little bit of a switch now that you've done some really good work with them? Because she wanted to make sure that what I was doing was a learning experience for me, but also, helpful to her in some way. So anyway, so that's sort of the shift that I'm now making. So, in regards to practice skills, I'm kind of excited where she is now going to be doing, so backing up real quick, sorry. There's a preschool program where they're working on, so they are NIAC accredited, and they're coming up for their reaccreditation. So it's a program that has, it's split up where there's 8 regular average functioning, students, and then 8 that have disabilities. And they put them together so that way, they all learn from each other. So some of the preschool teachers are sort of complaining and saying that they need more paraprofessionals in the classroom and they need more help, and sort of struggling with what interventions they could possibly be using to sort of get the kids to almost help themselves and each other. So my instructor and I are going to be doing a training on professional development with them regarding different kinds of interventions and things that they can use so that they don't need more adult hands-on. Because realistically, when my instructor and I sat down, we looked at the census from last year, and with 1 teacher and 1 paraprofessional, they're lucky if, generally the breakdown is a 6-to-1 ratio with 1 adult and 6 students, because more than not every student is present every day. So anyway, so my own experience is that I don't have a ton of experience with the little kids. Most of the work that I've done between different internships and jobs that I've held have been anywhere from, probably the youngest was about 13 that I've worked with, all the way up through, geriatrics. So it's pretty cool. Like, I'm actually very excited to be able to get some experience with, 1, being part of training, because I've actually never done a training. I've been involved in many trainings, but I haven't actually done any. And also just working with a younger age, because I feel like now is the time, while we're in our field placements, to be able to figure out what sort of skills that we, wish we had but don't, and sort of like, I'm titling my video here, practice skills, practicing those things, and figuring out if this is what we want to be doing or not. So yeah, so I'm very, very excited to be part of this training, and to be working with these little cuties. So my question to you guys this week is, one, I hope things are going really well at your placements also. And have there been any new exciting things that you haven't had the experience to have yet? Because I'm not going to lie, like going into this, I was thinking, I've worked in this field for a little while now. I have my undergrad in this kind of stuff. And I was kind of not hopeful that I was going to have some really new, fun experiences. And I'm being surprised, which is very cool also. So I want to hear about if you guys have any new experiences to share also, that maybe you didn't expect to have. So I hope you guys